these allegedly illegal freak-offs. It's all about the freak-offs in one way, shape, or form.
Freak-offs?
Freak-offs.
Freak-offs. Freak-offs.
The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time.
Prosecutors say that these were elaborately produced events, bringing lighting in, cameras, linens.
Prosecutors said he would masturbate during these freak-offs, and women had no choice.
Alleged drug-fueled orgies, prostitution, and a cover-up. Freak-offs, as they're called, at the core of a searing 3-count federal indictment against Sean Diddy Combs.
Sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, interstate transportation for prostitution.
Now a look at the charges that threatened to end his career and his freedom. Inside the fall from grace from the powerful impresario, a reckoning that some say is long overdue.
He says, oh, I'm hip-hop. Yeah, well, you know what? Hip-hop deserves better.
During bi-coastal raids on his homes in LA and Miami, authorities say they seized various freak-off supplies, including drugs, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
Federal prosecutors said Sean Combs did not act alone. He had assistants, managers, security staff who would make sure that women and male prostitutes were at these freak-offs, that the hotel rooms where they were staged were stocked with supplies like baby oil and lubricant.
For decades, Diddy reigned as one of the titans of music.
Keep banging.
A kingmaker who launched the careers of Biggie Smalls.
Throw your hands in the air if you're a true player.
Many now asking how the man who allegedly behaved so abusively was able to do it so often and for so long.
The culture of silence was colossal. You know, it really protected Sean for a number of years.
These people think that they're so powerful that was never going to catch up with them.
Just this week, a new accuser coming forward, alleging in a civil lawsuit Diddy raped her at his recording studio.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words.
The latest filed by Talia Graves, who says in her lawsuit that in 2001, she was, quote, bound and restrained while Diddy mercilessly raped her. She alleges he, quote, video recorded the encounter and had shown the video to multiple men.
Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle.
Attorneys for Diddy did not respond to a request for comment on this case.
In court, as he's faced criminal charges, Diddy pleading not guilty and denied bail twice. Prosecutors painting a picture of the 54-year-old mogul who, behind his lavish lifestyle, allegedly hid a dark secret.
According to the indictment, the agents found weapons, including AR-15 style rifles, in Diddy's closet. The serial numbers were defaced. They also say they found recordings of freak-offs. And the evidence was then used to blackmail these women if they didn't cooperate more.
Diddy's longtime ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, filing a lawsuit against them last year that changed everything.
He would direct her how to touch the sex worker, how to pour like oil over her body, and he would watch these things happen while he was masturbating.
Cassie Ventura's lawsuit gave the blueprint for the Southern District of New York to investigate Sean Combs, and the lawsuits that followed gave the brick and mortar to build the case against him.
One shocking freak-off the prosecutors allege the Diddy indictment occurring around this incident involving Cassie.
The new video obtained exclusively by CNN.
Prosecutors said there was a male prostitute still in their hotel room. That, prosecutors say, shows that Cassie was trying to get out, and prosecutors in court quoted messages from Cassie talking about the bruises, the fat lip that she was left with.
Initially, Diddy denied all wrongdoing, but after the surveillance video surfaced, he spoke out on his social media.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Diddy's defense team giving a preview of their version of what was happening behind the scenes.
The defense has tried to recast, not as evidence of sex trafficking, but as the simple breakdown of a 10-year loving relationship. And the judge interrupted and said, what's love got to do with that, with kicking someone?
Cassie's lawsuit would be just the beginning of Diddy's downfall. It was settled in 24 hours, but at least 11 others have since come forward too with their own civil lawsuits. Diddy denies the allegations in these lawsuits. Many are seeing echoes of the groundbreaking federal sex abuse case against R&B singer R. Kelly in Diddy's new indictment.
This very powerful man in the music industry decided to use his power to hurt others. I've spoken to the other girls that are involved in my case, and we all were deeply saddened and triggered.
Lizette Martinez says she had a year-long abusive relationship with R. Kelly.
Let's just say, like, I was violated, and I'll never forget it.
After dozens came forward, Kelly was found guilty of racketeering, sex trafficking, and later child pornography. He's currently serving out a 30-year prison sentence. Lizette gave a victim impact statement at his trial.
The industry is not the same after we spoke out and decided to hold people accountable. Him and Rob are a lot alike in that Robert controlled us. These are predators. They're not dangling a career in front of you. They use the power to get you to where they want you.
For now, Diddy remains in jail as he awaits trial. Decades of silence that accusers say once shielded the kingmaker, broken.
I'm extremely proud of the women and men, so I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's, the trial's gonna be easy. It's not.
Federal prosecutors say their work is not done.
I can't take anything off the table. Anything is possible. Our investigation is very active and ongoing.
When you hear about so many other people having to participate.
Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. You know who it is, who it should be. AKA J-Cast, better known now as who? Trucker J. Part of self. I know it's been a while since I've been doing videos. To be honest, life will throw you a curveball. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta fight through it. You know what I mean? We just had a major hurricane come through Georgia, and by the grace of God, I think it's called Helene, or whatever it was called. It did a lot of damage, but this time God blessed us, covered us under the blood, where there was no damage to my home. But 3 years ago, almost 4, when we purchased the home, we only had it for like 3 months. Tornado came through, took my carport, threw it over my neighbor's house in the middle of the road. Trees was all down. So instead of getting a new carport, we took that part of the insurance money, and that's when we put the pool in the back and built the deck around it and all that good stuff. So from tragedy, positive came out of that. We built a $10,000 deck, including the bottom. That was about almost 20 grand. The bar area, the pool. But anyways, let's get into it. You see what I posted about Diddy. You know what's sad? I think all of us need to reevaluate your circle. Reevaluate the people that you think is rooting for you and that's in your corner. But when bad stuff come, they desert you, they disappear. Have you witnessed how this has happened to this man? I promise you, Diddy is a mogul, okay? Been that since the early 90s. Brought out so many people, okay? You cannot tell me that all of these people never attended a Diddy party. He's one of the most famous moguls in the music industry. So I know for a fact that some, maybe many, didn't stay for the after party, meaning the freak-offs. But they knew what was going on. Like, come on, man. People talk. Yo, I stayed for the after party, bro. And I seen some things that's like Diddy is a major freak. They had drugs, alcohol, baby oil. You mean to tell me these people didn't know this was going on for 30 years? Make it make sense, man. And a lot of people that was closer to Diddy that I know probably participated in at least 1, 2, maybe 3 freak offs. Jay-Z, huh? It was a secret society. Remember, people didn't talk. So if Jay wanted to cheat on Beyonce, he had to cheat in a manner where it wouldn't get out. So of course he's gonna partake in the freak offs. He's having sex with women that they sign NDAs and they take their cell phones from them so they won't have no footage of it. Like, make it make sense. Jay, missing in action. You might as well put Jay on a milk carton. What's this? You know what I'm saying? You might as well put Jay on a milk carton. Has anybody seen Jay-Z? But they damn sure seen him at them Rock Nation brunches. Standing right next to Diddy. When Diddy left, there was a video of him and Jay in the same damn car. Where's French Montana? They say Meek Mill was getting his back blown out in that leaked video, audio footage. Sounded real gross to me. Mostly every celebrity in the black community attended a Diddy party. Where's Rick Ross? Rose, where you at? You know his fat sloppy ass without any money can't, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't be able to get the women that he smashing. So you know he was involved with it too. Remember he said, I gave her Molly, I slipped some of her drink and she didn't even know it, remember? People talk the truth in their songs. Diddy said it in an interview damn near 20 years ago. He was like, you know, you gotta keep them around. You gotta have alcohol. You gotta have locks on the doors. He was speaking his truth, people. Jay Cass is a freak, but I'm a freak with a woman. Not a freak sticking things in the butt cheeks. No, son. An exit is an exit. God made our body parts for a reason, for reproduction. Okay? And that's what I use, right? There's no backdooring. There's no none. Like, I'm too masculine for that. Like, if anybody ever came, like, say I went to a Diddy party, right? And Diddy tried me. I know I'm gonna probably get jumped, beat down by his security. I will smack Diddy's kufi off if he ever try to. Boy, first of all, I'm not gonna be in the same room with everybody else. I'm gonna snatch me up something, and I'm gonna go, you know, into one of his bedrooms somewhere, like me and the chick, or me and 2 chicks. But it's not gonna be me, 2 chicks, in a pause. Nah. You understand what I'm saying? This man made his bed, so he has to lay in it. And where he messed up at, like Uncle Luke said, it's okay to be a freak with the opposite sex, but he was drugging these people to keep them captive, to keep them out of their natural mind state. You can't do that, my brother. You can't drug these females to make them do what you want to do. Shit. Your money should be enough of a drug. You throw 10,000 on the ground, be like, yo, I need you to freak off. But to drug them is illegal. You heard? If they're not a willing participant, it's illegal. And what made me understand this whole sex trafficking thing, I was like, Diddy wasn't selling women on the internet. No. When he ordered in these sex workers, and he would ship them from state to state or wherever he was at, that's crossing state lines. That's sex trafficking. The very ugly display that he did when he beat that girl on video. You would think it would be more about that. They don't even care about Cassie. They don't care about what he did when he damn near beat her to death in that hotel lobby. They more worried about the freak-offs. They more worried about the illegal guns with the serial number scratched off. That's why I'm trying to help me understand this. The man, before he lost Revolt TV and Ciroc and every other thing, Deleon or whatever he had, he was almost a billionaire. Him and Jay was like neck and neck. Dude, you can afford military security. Why do you have ARs in your closet, in your bedroom with the serial number defaced? That alone. And I'm trying to think, was it the LA? Wherever that mansion was, it wasn't New York. Even though I know LA probably got strict gun laws too. You're not supposed to deface a serial number on a firearm, period. That alone, 10 years. But all they keep talking about is these freak-offs. But let me tell you something, people. There was more people involved. He didn't do this alone. There was a handful of people involved with this. There was a handful of people that was freaking off with him. You think he was doing all that by himself? Like, make it make sense, man. So if you're going to take that man down, you need to take the rest of them down too, because he ain't guilty by himself. And another thing I don't like, what happened to Dan Snyder? That was molesting all these Nickelodeon kids back in the day. How come nobody's talking about that? How come they let, what's this guy's name? Playboy Mansion dude, Hugh Hefner. How did they let him go to his death without no charges when Playboy Mansion, all that was about sex? Nothing else but half-naked women or naked women, young, let me repeat, young Playboy bunnies, huh? They didn't do that to Hugh Hef. They let him die and move on in the afterlife. How come when it comes to us black folk, they throw you underneath they gave R. Kelly a 30-piece. Now where R. Kelly messed up at, he peed on that little girl. He liked underage little girls. But a lot of those underage little girls' moms and dads was handing their kids off to R. Kelly for money. And then a lot of those females with that surviving R. Kelly was willing participants. They lived with this man. R. Kelly shouldn't have got 30 years. He should have got about 10 to 15. But they gave him a whole 30-piece. Think about it. Look how they railroaded Bill Cosby, even though he probably only did like, what, 4 or 5 years? They brought up shit that was 50 years ago. Accusers. And you know, back then, everybody was getting high. But they locked Bill Cosby up. And the rumor is all because he wanted to buy NBC, CBS, one of them stations. They was like, oh no, we got to take this guy down. He's trying to get a piece of the pie. We only let you be in the game. We don't let you be a owner in the game. They say with Diddy, where he went wrong, he went against those Deleon people or whatever, some liquor people that was real powerful. And he got brought down. R. Kelly brought his damn self down. I mean, Diddy did too. You know what I'm saying? But R. Kelly didn't deserve no 30 years. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they seen something on the videotapes that we didn't see, but a 30-year sentence. And then all they keep talking about with Puffy is these freak-offs. Nothing else but these freak-offs. And him drugging them. And XYZ. They don't even care that he damn near beat the girl to death on video. They don't even care. They're not even really talking about that. They more worried about how he was drugging people up and having freak-offs. Now they saying that the kids is involved, Justin and the one that looks just like him, Diddy's twin or whatever. They trying to say that they had something to do with it. They was facilitating the young girls coming to the mansion and all that. It's real ugly. But the moral of the story is, reevaluate your circle, because they not going to stand with you when it gets dark. When you fall from grace, when it gets real, they not going to stand with you. That's why, Jake Cass, my circle is my family, and that's it. Wife, 4 kids at home. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I got my oldest son, Kyrie. You know what I mean? He's part of the fam. He just don't live with me. But that's my circle. I had to learn the hard way to get rid of these fake-ass friends that hate on you because of material items. Don't like you because you put the work in to accomplish what you accomplish in life. They didn't give you no money. You understand me? They didn't put no money in my pocket to make it to where I'm at. That's why I don't have no circle. I got associates. When I go to that spot I used to bounce at where I beat the dude back in the club, associates. Meaning when I see you, I don't even talk to these people on the jack. I don't talk to them. You heard? They didn't put no fettuccine in my pocket. Period. You know? That's the prime example. Evaluate your circle, man, because the people you have in your circle, they not gonna ride with you. And right now, these guys ain't riding with Diddy. They disappeared. All of them. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But they definitely was participants. They definitely was down with the freak offs, man. They was down with it. You heard? But ain't nobody help J Cass get this bread. You heard? Ain't nobody put this in my pocket but me. Me. So prayers out to Diddy, man. He's gonna lose it all. 100, man. Got work to do. I holla. Salute.